Good afternoon, gentlemen. Welcome again to my YouTube channel. This is Jaushago as usual. And for today's episode, I want us to look at the homophones, Luo words which are being pronounced the same but have different meanings. Luo words which are pronounced the same but have different meanings. So I'm not saying that they are exactly being pronounced the same, but somehow there is a connection on how they are being pronounced. So I want us to look at some 12 words which are somehow being pronounced the same in Luo but have different meanings. So welcome, and before we proceed further, please, if you are a first-time viewer, first-time visitor, please take a chance and dial that subscription button. I really appreciate. Welcome. As I've explained, homophones are words which are pronounced. They have the same pronunciation but have different meaning. So in Luo also we have some words which are being pronounced the same but have different meaning. So I want to start with this word tong. Tong. T-O-N-G. Tong. So tong in Luo has very many meanings. So I'll give just a few. Meaning number one, tong. Tong means a spear. A spear. That's number one meaning of tong. A spear. Another meaning of tong is egg. An egg. We call it tong. An egg. Tong. That's the second meaning. The third meaning of tong is tung. It is now not being pronounced as tongue, but tung, but the same spelling. So tung means cut. Maybe there's a tree which has laid down. I tell somebody to go and cut it. Okay, so I'll say tung, tung, cut, tung, tung, cut. Also, we have tung. These words are very interesting. So we also have tung. Tung means a boundary. A boundary. A boundary between Kenya and Uganda. We say tung. Tung. So those are some meanings of those are a few meanings of tongue. So we've said tongue means tongue, spear, or an egg, or to cut, or a boundary. So they are not exactly being pronounced the same, but the spelling is the same, right? So a spear we say tongue, an egg we say tongue, to cut we say tongue, a boundary we say tongue, right? Let's go to another one. We call it woyo. Woyo. W-U-O-Y-O. Woyo. So woyo means to speak. Okay? Woyo. Woyo. Speak. Woyo. Speak. Another meaning of woyo, it is now not being pronounced as woyo, but woyo. 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 For example, let us assume there's a sketch mat that has been made. So when you want to disintegrate it, okay, we say woyo. Disintegration of something that has been made, we say woyo. Woyo. To dismantle something, we say woyo. Woyo and woyo. Woyo and woyo. Woyo and woyo. Another one, another word is owuoyo. Owuoyo. So in Luo, owuoyo is a cow dung. Owuoyo is a cow dung. Owuoyo is a cow dung. Another meaning of owuoyo is owoyo. Another pronunciation, owoyo. Now when we talk of owoyo, we remember owoyo was to disintegrate, to dismantle. So when we add o, owoyo, it means somebody has done it. Owoyo, she has done it, or he has disintegrated it. He has dismantled that thing. So we say owoyo. Owuoyo is a cow dung. Owoyo is dismantling something that has been what? That has been made. Dhok. 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 What do I mean by dhok? Dhok has very many meanings. One, the spelling is the same, but pronunciation differs. We say D-H-O-K, dhok. Number one meaning, dhok are animals, the herd of animals. Dhok, herd of cattle. Dhok, that is very many animals. Cows, okay? Cows, when they're very many, we call them what? Dhok. Dhok. All right. We also have dhok. Dhok. Mouth. Dhok. Dhok. That is what? The mouth. Right? So dhok are very many kettles. Many kettles are called what? Dhok. Many cows, dhok. Right? Also we have dhok. Dhok is the mouth. Dhok. The literal what? The literal mouth. Dhok. Right? Also we have another meaning of dhok is a language that one speaks. That's another meaning of dhok. A language that one speaks. For example, when one speaks Kalenjin, we say he's speaking the lango. So dhok. Dhok is a language that one speaks. Right. So let us also look at kendo. 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 K-E-N-D-O. Kendo. Alright, so it has very many meanings. Same spelling, different pronunciation, but different meanings. Right. So kendo. Kendo means repeat. Repeat again, or again and again. Kendo. So somebody was speaking, then you didn't get it very well. So you'll ask that person to repeat it or to redo it. So you say kendo. Kendo. Raila is the 6th president of Kenya. Kendo. Raila is the 6th president of Kenya. Kendo. Yeah, like that. Kendo. Redo it. Alright. Another meaning of kendo. Kendo is a cooking place. Kendo. In our traditional culture, we had the 3 stones. Okay, the 3 stones that were placed to the fireplace had 3 stones. So that entire place where we cook, it is called kendo. The 3 stones where we cook, that entire place is called kendo. A place where we cook is called kendo. All right. Let us do it again. Another meaning of kendo. Kendo You now see the pronunciation is now different. Kendo. Kendo is to marry. To marry. Okay? Nelson has married. Nelson okendo. Kendo. Kendo is to marry. So that is kendo. Alright. Also, let us look at joke. Joke. Okay. Joke also have different meaning. J-O-K. Joke. Joke is to get tired of. I'm tired of something. Joke. Joke is to get tired of. Also, we have joke. Joke. Okay? Joke. You also have. So, joke is a yoke. You remember those who plow with animals? That wooden cage that an animal enters to pull a plow is called what? A yoke. So in Luo we call it joke. 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 Right? That is joke. Another one. Duel. 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 D-U-O-L. Duel. Duel also have very many meanings, depending on the pronunciation. So let us start with the duel. Duel is a fireplace where elders sit at night, maybe when it is cold, to warm themselves as they story or as they handle an issue. We call it duel. Duel is where elders sit when discussing a very important issue concerning the family or the society or something very important. Mostly there's a fire somewhere where they warm themselves as they story. It is called duel, where elders sit to sort out issues. Duel. We also have dual. 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 Dual is a voice, okay? Voice of somebody. Dual. Nani. Moses speaks very good. He has a good what? A good voice. He has a good voice. So that voice is what we call dual. 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 So also dual. Dual is the same as dual, the first one. So let us look at dual. Dual is a suspension. For example, you are washing plates. You are washing plates. Let's assume you are washing plates. Then when you look at that water you used to wash plates, there's that suspension which is thick. That suspension which is formed on top of that water. It is somehow like a foam, but not a foam. A foam, yani that which suspends over water when you're washing utensils or anything, or when you're washing clothes. That suspension, that which suspends on water, we call it dual. 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 Okay? Dual. Right. Let's proceed. Cool. Cool. K-U-L. Cool. Cool is a place where animals sleep. We can call it a cow shed, most probably. But that place where animals sleep, we call it cool. Cool. But remember, I told you we have different Luos. We have those from Siaya, and we from Homa Bay we call it cool. Those from Sia call it dual. So I forgot. Another meaning of dual in Sia is what? Is a place where people or where animals are being kept at night to stay there at night. So for us we call it cool. Cool. Right. Another one, queer. 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 K-W-E-R. Queer. So in Luo, queer has very many meanings, but I want to give you a few. Queer. Queer is a hoe. Jembe. Queer, a hoe used to dig in the shamba. We call it queer. Also, another meaning of queer is to warn somebody. Warning somebody of an impending danger. Queer. Or to stop somebody, stop him from doing something. Queer. Queer. So we have queer and queer. Yes, we also have queer. Queer. Remember, I've talked about queer, the hoe or the jembe. I've also talked about queer, to stop somebody or to warn somebody about a danger or to stop somebody from doing something that will put him in danger. Queer. And also we have queer. Queer. Queer are the don'ts of a society. What you need not to do. We can call them what you need not to do in a society. We can say a taboo. Queer, it is a taboo. Queer, taboo. Alright? So we have queer, then we have queer, then we have queer. Hey, Luo is nice. Luo is good. Luo is good. Luo is good. Let's proceed. We have que. 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 K-W-E. Que. Que means peace. Que means peace. Que means peace. Another meaning of que is when something is hot. When something, for example, you've been served a hot tea or a hot porridge. When you want to make it colder for you to drink it, we say que, que, que. Most oftenly, we use 2 cups. Okay, you pour it. You know it. We use 2 cups to pour it up and down. Okay, for it to come what? To become cold. So in Luo we call it que. 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 Right? So we have que, peace, and que. Also, we have que. Que is now very many jembes, very many hoes. Remember, one hoe or one jembe, we call it queer. Now there are very many, we call it que. Wow. One, we say queer. When there are 2 or 3, we call them que. Right. Dual. 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 Another word. Dual. Dual. So dual is to number one meaning is to stammer. To stammer, not able to talk. Dual. Not able to talk. Dual. Also another meaning of dual is when you're cooking ugali. when you're cooking ugali, that process of mixing unga, okay, of mixing flour with water, with hot water inside a sufuria, we say you are what? Dual. Dual. Okay? Dual. Yeah, something like that. Mixing of something. Mixing of something. Mixing of a flour with water. We say dual. Dual. Alright. The last, second last, kend. 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 Kend is to marry. Kend. Kend. Marry. Kend. Marry. Another word, keyo. Keyo. K-E-Y-O. Keyo. Keyo is to harvest. Keyo is to harvest. Another meaning of keyo is to scatter. Keyo. You scatter. Keyo. So, ladies and gentlemen, those are a few homophones. That is part one of a few homophones in Luo. There are very many. There are very many. I'll add you some. So this is part one of Luo homophones. It's very interesting. Learning Luo is very interesting. So, guys, if you haven't subscribed, you'll be losing a lot. Subscribe, share, and dial that notification bell so that whenever I post anything, you are the first person to get it. Thank you for your time, and welcome again to my next episode.